Where you want to go, squeeze the power back on. Biggest mistake people make, they try to go through too fast and it messes them up in 3 and they end up in the rail on the left. This is turn 4 coming up. The turn-in point is a little bit after the 1. It's a fast corner. You'll probably need to brake for it, but you want to keep the platform level. Don't stand the car on its nose when you're trying to turn in a fast corner. Apex it, use all the road coming out. Turn 5, it's over the crest of a hill. Really important to keep the platform level. You're going to brake, but try not to be too aggressive with it. Brake a little softer for a longer period of time. Into the apex, use all the road coming out. It's bigger than a 90, so if you think if it's a 90, you're going to turn too sharp. Get back to the left when it's convenient. A little bit of braking for turn 6. Look at the 2, look at the 1, look at the apex, look at the red garage out in the distance. That'll set you up. It's a tough turn to get the line right, and that'll help you set it up initially. Turn 7, it's a sweeper, just straighten it out. Probably won't be flat for you. You'll have to roll out of the throttle, take it easy through there. It doesn't require a whole lot of braking. Hard braking for turn 8, line up on the left. Be real consistent with your braking so you can get your points right. Turn in just about when the white line turns. Apex in the inside, easy on the gas till you're pointed where you want to go. Use all the road coming out. Next corner is patience. It's tighter than a 90. You need the car, get the car slowed down. Slowest corner on the racetrack. Get it to the right and hold it there so you're set up on the right side of the road, turning in for the corner onto the straightaway. This is another corner tighter than a 90, so it's a late apex. People tend to turn early in there and run off the road on the exit. Exit towards the far end of the curbing. Straightaway, check your mirrors. There may be somebody behind you. Watch for the blue flags, obviously, but you have to cross over to the left side. Once again, be consistent with your braking so you can get a good braking spot picked out. Pick your spot, whatever's good for your car and your abilities. Get it slowed down. Key off this big black square here with your left wheel. All the way into the apex. You can hit that curb a little bit. Mid-track on the exit so you're set up for the left-hander going into 13. Use most of the road coming out. Once again, angle across to 13. There's a big black spot there. Squeeze the brakes a little bit here. Left wheel across the black spot. Apex the first curb. And it's good to start out apex in that second curb. Later on, you may be able to miss that second curb by a little bit, but start out by hitting both those apexes. Back to the left for turn 1. It's bumpy under braking where the pavement changes colors. Get her woe down. You turn just after where the little V in the white paint line down the side is. Apex all the way in. Use all the road towards the end of the curbing. Once again in turn 2, end of the curbing, turn in, right wheel over the black dot, line up on the right side of the road. Nice slow hands, get the car pointed at the right spot. Try to avoid the big forklift here. Normally they'd have a white flag out for that. Back over to the right. Remember, get her slowed down enough, but don't stand on its nose. Turn about a car length after 1. Nice slow hands, bringing it in. It's more of a turn-in zone than a turn-in point. Use all the road coming out towards the far end of the curbing. Brake early and a little lighter, but make sure you slow down enough for turn 5. It's bigger than a 90, so it opens up a little bit on the exit. And then be relaxed, take your time getting back to the left for 7. Once again, squeeze down the brakes, get her slowed down. 2, 1, apex. Red garage, exit at the far end of the curbing. Up to the sweeper. Turn 7. Just straighten it out real nice. Kind of aim at the 4 marker when you come out. Put you diagonally over towards the 4 or the 3. Line up on the left side of the road. Hit your braking point that's appropriate to you and your car. Get her slowed down. When the white line turns, you turn. Once again, fairly slow hands turn. Once again, it's a turn-in zone. Get the car slowed down for patience. There are some black splotches on the left you can key off of. Get it right into this late apex and keep on turning it back to the right. Tighter than a 90 coming on the straightaway. Make sure you get that late apex or else you end up running off the road on the exit. In that left-hander onto the straight, a lot of times you'll have to lift off the throttle to get the nose to point. If you get on the gas too soon, you take the weight off the front, it won't turn. Don't be afraid to get off the gas as you turn into that corner. And don't be afraid to get off all the way. If you get off still have 20% throttle, it's not going to put weight on the nose. All the way off the throttle in that corner. Appropriate braking for your car. There's a black splotch here, left wheel around that, key off of that. Touch this inside curb, mid-track. Apex to left. Use most of the road coming out, diagonally. Angle over towards that 1 marker. Get her slowed down as much as you need to. Not heavy braking. Left wheel over the black dot. Hit the first apex. Hit the second apex. Look for those cones coming out. You can apex this corner. Come out a little bit. You don't need a whole lot coming out of this corner. All the way over to the left. Set up your braking again for turn 1. Remember, turn it to V, where that white line changes direction coming out of the pits. And trail brake it in as best you can. Let the car drift out. Easy on the throttle through here. Right wheel over the black dot and line up on the right side. The most important part is to set up for 3. Don't worry about 2. Avoid the service trucks on the road if they happen to be there. Back to the right for 4. It's fast entry coming up. It's a pretty fast corner, but you're still going to need to brake. But try to not to stand the car on its nose. You want to keep the weight evenly distributed on your wheels as you turn in. If you catch yourself running off the road early, ease off the throttle and get it tightened up. It's very easy to turn in early there and run off the road. Once again, a lot of people like to hook it around this corner like this. There's no need to. It opens up. Don't be afraid to use all the road coming out there. If you're braking down, get the car slowed down for 6, 2, 1. Apex. Red garage, far into the curbing.
Tony, why don't we show them coming into patience here, what happens if you're not patient and you come in just a little too hot. Show them where the line will take you. Obviously it's wet out right now and we're not running full speed, but give them the idea.
Okay. Once again, in 8, turn when the white line turns. Apex it, and apexes are very important. Unless somebody tells you different, you apex right at the edge of the curb. Okay, if you turn a little early, get on the gas a little too soon, oh great, that's the way I'm supposed to take a corner, right? All of a sudden now you're at the wrong angle, you're all messed up. You try and turn, things don't work out too good. Patience, it's very, very important to be patient. Get the thing over to the right. You're gonna want to get back to the throttle. Minimal throttle, whatever it takes if you slow down too soon. But don't be afraid to get off that throttle, get it back to the right, get the thing pointed to the left, upstream to go down the straightaway. Here's another point we could make. If you turn in a little too early here and use too much road coming out here, it puts you in the wrong spot for this next turn. Tends to make you turn too early, and all of a sudden you're going to run off the road.
How do we exit the pit, Tony?
When you come up to 13, hand out the window in the air, get it slowed down, get it over to the left. It's real easy to go too fast and end up in that grass. Get it slowed down, over to the left, and just take your time coming in. It's a pit speed limit, and who knows who's going to be walking around the pits. Just take it easy. You aren't making any pit stops, so it's not important to come ripping in here. Here we are in the pits. That's a lap around the south track.